Alrighty, what's up everybody? Peter Gilmore here for another video, my final video of the night. I'm tired, but I'm gonna do this video anyway. So, thank you for watching right here on Killer of Demons 669. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like the video, hit that subscribe button down below, and subscribe to all my other channels, which are down below in the description box. And as always, friend me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, and share this video all over the internet. And don't forget to tap that bell, turn on all my notifications so you never, ever miss an upload. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. Simple as that. So like the video, share the video, subscribe to my channels, leave a comment, questions, come in the chat, act the fool. And don't forget to tap that bell and turn on all my notifications so you never ever miss an upload and all the content I put up over the last week and change. A lot of content, god damn it. That's all I gotta say about that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, before I start, check out my my video on the Peter Gilmore YouTube wrestling channel talking about Andrade being released today, and possibly Charlotte might be next. She's in little war of words with Vince and company. She's gonna be off of WrestleMania now, and now the update I'm gonna give you guys on, I'll talk about it a little bit as well. So I'll give you the update that has happened now. What happened? Why Charlotte was not on Raw tonight, and why she's not gonna be at WrestleMania. And I'll talk about that in just a little bit. But check out the video in the description box, and subscribe to my channel and my Peter Gilmore YouTube wrestling channel. And that's all I gotta say. And that's that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, on this late Monday night, March the 22nd, 2021, or if you're now watching from somewhere else, it is now March the 23rd, 2021. It is time for your late night, Monday night, and I haven't done this in a while, Monday Night Raw review for March the 22nd, 2021 from the Thunderdome in Tampa, Florida at the Trop for the next 2 weeks. 2 more shows at the Tropicana Field, and then they go to their new home, the University of Southern Florida at the Sun Dome. So it'll be the Sun Thunderdome or something like that. That'll be their new home, I believe, starting April the 12th. And sorry, my eyes are hurting. Sorry. So we'll see what happens with the new Thunderdome the night after WrestleMania, and all the surprises that might happen on Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania and SmackDown as well. And that's pretty much, and maybe NXT as well. So we'll see what happens with that. And let's move on from there. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Monday Night Raw coming out of Fastlane, which had a lot of surprises. The Fiend coming back last night as Chucky, Burnt Chucky, if you want to call him that, or Burnt Jason Voorhees, whatever you Swamp Thing, so many grotesque things, burnt, chopped liver, I don't know. But he made his comeback, scaring, beating up Randy Orton as monotonous voice, and securing Alexa Bliss with the victory and a sexual cover, if you will, that pissed off Randy Orton's wife. But it is what it is. And that was that. We also had Drew McIntyre and Sheamus beat the crap out of each other for the 3rd time in a no-holds-barred match. They got a little bit explosive. Not that explosive, but you know what I mean. We had Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler retained the Women's Tag Team Championship over Sasha and Bianca. The boss, Sasha Banks, and Bianca Belair. I played my hair. And then Sasha turning on Bianca And we'll see what happens with them on SmackDown. Yeah, Matt Riddle retained the United States title over Mustafa Ali. And looks like Retribution is about to break up. It is what it is. And what I didn't mention on my review because it was irrelevant, Braun Strowman squashed Elias, and that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. And I believe that was the card. That was it. And Roman Reigns retained over Daniel Bryan. Then Edge hit Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns with a chair. So he kind of turned heel a little bit. So we'll see what happens with that situation as we go to SmackDown. Mostly everything was SmackDown. Mostly a little bit of Raw here and there, but that's all I gotta say about that. So let me move on. So tonight was the Fallout, and now we're building on the road to WrestleMania, which is as of this recording, 19 days away. 19. 2 weeks, my friends, till the granddaddy of them all, WrestleMania 37 at Raymond J. Stadium in Tampa, Florida, which is now sold out, supposedly. And we'll have real fans. So, we'll see how WrestleMania pops off. But they're getting most of the card for night 1 and night 2 solidified over the next coming days, or the next 19 days. And we'll see what happens with that. We also got the Hall of Fame. We got 2 inductees for the 2021 class. That's Molly Holly and Eric Bischoff. And we'll see over the next few days who might also go in. And there was a rumor of Daniel Bryan that may or may not happen. We don't know yet. We'll see what happens. That's that. All right, let's get into Monday Night Raw, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, the chat room is open if you want to act a fool and ask questions or just being complete dick. And that's that. All right. So let's get into Monday Night Raw. We start off Monday Night Raw with the epic entrance of the almighty WWE champion Bobby Lashley. Comes out with his freaking lightning, like gold lightning, and his epic entrance that he has. It's pretty damn good. So he comes out, and we started with our first match of the night as he comes out with MVP as always, and his trusty cane. He's in our first match taking on Sheamus, fella, in a match, and Sheamus went to war, literally, with Drew McIntyre. I mean, I'm fighting, in the crowd. They're fighting on around those LED board things where the fans are, and then Sheamus gets got thrown through it, and the sparks are going off and everything. And then Drew McIntyre just basically beat him up. So Sheamus has welts all over his back. Got a little cut on his head. His chest looks like chopped liver. I don't know how in the world he's still fighting, but he's the Irish, he's the Celtic warrior, and he's going to war once again. This time with the champ. Excuse me. He's going to war with the champ in a non-title match. So let's get into it. So it starts off with Sheamus taking Bobby down, and then we get a good old-fashioned face lock. So some mat wrestling to start off the match. Bobby backs him in the corner. Sheamus drops him with a knee, but Bobby comes back with a snap suplex for unlocking in a 1920 rear chin lock. And then Sheamus gets Bobby on his shoulders. Bobby hits a neck breaker for a 1 count. Then he goes back to work. Another rest period. Sheamus gets to his feet. Bobby rocks him with some strikes before sending Sheamus out on the apron. Sheamus snaps the neck of Bobby across the top rope. And then we see Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander, the other members of the Hurt Business, come out to, I guess, cause a distraction or just to cheer on the CEO of the Hurt Business, the champ. So Bobby clothesline Sheamus before Shelton takes out Sheamus at ringside as Cedric distracted the ref as we go to commercial. And Bobby's like, "What the crap are you guys doing here?" Anyway, so we go to commercial. We come back. Bobby's still in control. Hits a power slam for a near fall. Then Cedric interrupts Bobby, and Bobby's like, "Get the hell out of here! I don't need you." And really, he didn't. Sheamus almost picked up victory with a 1921 roll-up for a near fall. And then Bobby charges, and Sheamus moves. Bobby hits the ring post. Ow. Sheamus clotheslines him, sends him out on the apron. Then he hits the clubbing blows of doom against the ropes. Knocks Bobby off the apron, hits a diving clothesline off the top rope. Right in front of MVP and Shelton. Tosses Bobby back inside, hits another clothesline off the top rope for 2.5, just about almost 3, about 2.75. Then Sheamus tries to pick up Lashley for white noise, but his back gave out because selling the match from Fastlane, so he couldn't even pick him up. Bobby counters it, and Sheamus comes back with almost like a V trigger for a near fall. And then Sheamus looks to end the match with the Brogue kick, and Cedric kind of gets in the ring. He doesn't get in the ring, kind of semi gets in the ring, and he distracts Sheamus before Bobby hits a spine buster. Then he picks up Sheamus, locks in the hurt lock, and Sheamus tapped out. And that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. So the almighty Bobby Lashley picks up the win. Pretty decent match to start the show, and I gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars. It wasn't a bad match, and that's that. Afterwards, Cedric and Shelton go on the attack. They attack Sheamus after the bell, but then Drew McIntyre comes out and just dismantles Cedric Alexander and Shelton. He puts him in, he picked up Shelton and he drove him into the barrier. Then he picked up Cedric, drove him into the barrier. And then he looked back at Shelton and he's like, "You want some? Come on, get some." And Shelton's like, Nope. I'm going to fight you right now. I'm going to fight you another time. Then he slowly gets in the ring, and him and Bobby have a stare down, and they start jacking, jawing at each other, talking some smack. And MVP's like, "Not now. Business. You're the bigger man. Business. WrestleMania. Wait for WrestleMania. Business." And basically tells him he needs to focus on WrestleMania and business. And then Drew puts his hands behind his back. He's like, "I dare you to hit me. Hit me, you son of a bitch." And Bobby, MVP talks down Bobby, and they leave, and Drew's like, "That's what I thought." And that's that. So I give the Aftermath 2.5 out of 5 stars, and pretty much that's it. And we move on. All right, we go to break. We go backstage. We had no interviews tonight. What is up with that? No interviews tonight? I mean, we couldn't get Kayla or that new guy. Well, he was on, I guess, Raw. He's on Raw Talk. It was on Raw Talk. Not that I watched that, but was it like Kevin Robinson or Kevin whatever his stupid name is? The guy that has a British accent, doesn't even know what the hell he's talking about. The guy that's replacing Charlie. You know Charlie Caruso. Yep, never gonna see her again. That's a shame. How she said what she said, and Vince's like, "You can't say that. You're fired." Well, fuck you, Vince. We're getting rid of your not only the hottest interviewer, but your best interviewer next to Mean Gene. I'm sorry. Fuck Michael Cole. Fuck Kevin Kelly. Fuck Sean Mooney. Fuck Byron. Because he wasn't an interviewer at the time. Fuck Tom Phillips. And anybody else who has done interviews. You got rid of your best interviewer. Now your top interviewer is basically Kayla Braxton right now. Sad. Not anything against Kayla. I love Kayla. I mean, I'm okay with Sarah Schreiber, but You get rid of Charlie, not good. Not good. I mean, you gonna put this Kevin guy in his place who doesn't know a thing about wrestling? I mean, you got another girl there. I mean, I forgot her name, but Elise or Alicia, whatever her stupid name is. Well, why don't you? Well, I would say bring up Mackenzie Mitchell, but who's you gonna have in NXT then? But it is what it is, and that's all I can say about that. So no interviews tonight. That sucks. So anyway, we go backstage where we see MVP and Bobby talking, and MVP reprimands Cedric and Shelton for interfering in the match and losing the tag belts to the New Day last week. And then he tells them to think about how they're going to make things up to them. So Bobby and MVP are pissed. And we'll see what happens with them. They can do something about what they did and pissed off Lashley. You don't want to piss off the almighty Bobby Lashley. That's all I got to say about that. All right. Let me move on from it. So I give that 2 out of 5 stars. All right, then we get to match number 2, women's action. We got the Raw Women's Champion, my first wife, the lovely, the sexy Asuka. Nobody is ready for Asuka, but you know what is? My dick. But she comes out dancing. She's dancing, Dad. She's dancing, but it's okay. She can dance all she wants. But not you, Shane, because stop it. So Asuka's in the ring, and her opponent tonight is Peyton Royce. Yeah, so Peyton gets what she wants. Not a title match, but she gets a match with Asuka. After her shoot promo a couple weeks ago on Raw Talk, she finally gets Asuka. And this match was good. Good match for once. But it is what it is. So it's also Asuka. They lock up. They hit the ropes. Peyton fights out of a side headlock, takes Asuka down, and Asuka crawls the ropes to get a break. And then Asuka locks in an armbar. Peyton reversed it. Asuka kicks her way free. Peyton sends Asuka face first into the middle turnbuckle. Ow. Then she hits a float over suplex for a near fall. Asuka comes back, rocks Peyton on the apron before getting trapped in the ropes, trying to hit the ass attack. And Peyton hits a neck breaker in the ropes before Asuka crashes to the floor. As we go to commercial break, come back. Asuka is back in control. Hits a German suplex into a sliding knee for a near fall. She goes for a missile dropkick off the top. Peyton counters, and then a German into a weird kind of move called a Samson clutch. But she kind of picked up like a I would say like a widow's peak almost, and she just dropped her. It was, I was like, whoa, what is that? I was impressed, with Peyton. Peyton, good performance from Peyton tonight. Just wish she got more opportunities. Sadly she did not win tonight, but I'll get to that in a minute. So Asuka gets up, hits the code breaker for a near fall. Then she sets Peyton on the top rope. Peyton knocks her down before hitting a diving stomp for a near fall. Asuka comes back, tries to lock in. She tries to lock in the Asuka lock, transitions to an armbar, and Peyton's trying to lock the fingers, trying to get out of it, and Asuka just transitions right into the Asuka lock. And Peyton Royce had no other choice. Yeah, that rhymed. Peyton Royce had no other choice but to tap out. But a good effort for Peyton Royce. Just sad that she's gonna be put back in catering with Dana Brooke and company and Titus. It just sucks. This probably be the last time we see Peyton Royce. Probably be the last time. The last fucking time. It sucks. Unless she's in the at WrestleMania, maybe the Women's Battle Royal, if they have that. But there was talk of a Mae Young Battle Royal at WrestleMania, and I guess the winner would get a title shot. So maybe, give it to Peyton. Maybe, who knows? Who knows what's gonna happen? But give her a lot of credit. She's slowly starting, to grow on me. I love Peyton. I like Peyton Royce when she was in the Iconics. But then she gets put in a stupid tag team with Lacey Evans, who's now pregnant because her husband could not pull out a 2, like some people, but just saying. Not me. Don't look at me. I know how to pull out a 2. But some people's pullout game is way, way, way weak. Very weak. That's why there's a lot of pregnancies in America lately. Especially during this pandemic. This fucking virus. Everybody's like, oh, we can't do anything. Well, I'm just going to stay home and do nothing. Or just fuck each other. But like I said, your pullout game is really weak. Very weak. So, I see freaking women coming into the store by freaking buying, freaking pregnancy kits and, the what do you call it, the Plan B and all that shit. Because your pullout game is fucking weak. Or you're putting on your condom wrong. I don't know. Good Lord. I mean, come on now. During a pandemic, you're doing this. Come on, guys. Wake up. Come on. But I digress. All right, so Asuka beats Peyton Royce. Very game Peyton Royce with the Asuka lock. And picks up the win. Match I gave 2.25 out of 5 stars. Afterwards, we hear the epic fucking music of the one and only Nightmare, Rhea Ripley. Her theme song, sung by the great, lovely Ash Costello of New Year's Day. Probably one of the greatest women's themes of all time. There's a lot of women's themes, but I think, Rhea Ripley, number 1. You want to debate me? Let's go. Debate me on best women's themes. Okay? Let's go. So Rhea Ripley comes out, the Nightmare, making her debut on Raw. Comes to the ring. She gets to the ring. And she talks about, Charlotte coming out and challenging her to a match at WrestleMania when she got her teeth knocked out a couple of weeks ago by Shayna Baszler. But she's like, well, where's Charlotte now? And then she mentions that Charlotte is now out of WrestleMania because she's home quarantining because she got the COVID. She got the fucking virus. So not only did Andrade get released, she's staying home now with the fucking virus. So, kind of a little bit of bad luck for, Andrade and Charlotte. And Charlotte's still pissed off at WWE. She's at war with, she has some issues with the WWE, probably because of, her husband Andrade getting released. She had ideas for Andrade. They got shot down. And not only that, she's filming a movie. She's filming the Walking Tall reboot. So, just sucks to be her. Just sucks to be them. It is what it is. But I do see, Charlotte coming back after WrestleMania, probably facing the champ, whoever it may be. So anyway, she mentions that, Charlotte has COVID. She's going to be out for a while. She's going to miss WrestleMania. So she tells Asuka that she needs an answer. And she says, on my official first night on Raw, I'm challenging you to a championship match at WrestleMania. So everybody's like, oh yeah. I'm like, yes. Called it. Thank you. So Asuka's like, oh, and then she starts talking in Japanese, like, I'm not gonna. I'm making fun. I don't want to make fun of the Asians because they're getting so much fucking hate right now. No, I mean, more Asians are getting beat up and stereotyped, and just fucking wants me to Just, ugh. I love my Asians. I love the Asian community. You know, an Asian woman came up to me in the supermarket today and said hello to me. I said hello. That's it. I said, be well, be safe. That was it. That's what you should do. Respect your fellow elders and respect the people around you. Doesn't matter what race it is. Okay? Just stop with the racism. It's fucking stupid. Stop with all this hate and stereotypes. You know, with the Asians, with the Italians, with the Irish, you know, Mexicans, Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, Cubans, and Indians, and Muslims, and whatever freaking race and nationality you are, just stop. That's why this country is so screwed up. It is. Whether it be racism, whether it be you know, a sleepy president that fell down the stairs not once, not twice, but 3 times. Country's in freaking debt. Got a freaking virus that'll probably never end. You think the vaccine's gonna work? No. You know, the AstraZeneca vaccine is now 79% efficient. Ooh. You know, and you know, freaking Biden's like, you know, he got one of his goals to get there was 100 million people vaccinated or something like that. Now it's 200 million, I think, something like that. 2 million or 200 million, something like that. So he made another goal. We already got our 3rd stimulus checks going out. I'm getting mine next week. Ha! So, el dinero en el pocket. That's all I got to say about that. Happy I'm getting my damn fucking money. You should be too if you're getting it. Don't spend it on a PS5 or anything else. You dumb idiots. Spend it on, you know, bills. Rent. If you've got to fix the house, use the money to fix your house. Or fix your car or whatever, you know? Come on. Don't be stupid and buy worthless material things like the PS5 or the Xbox Series X. Okay? Just saying. Just saying. And yep, that's all I gotta say about that. Ha! Alright, so we're gonna get, so Asuka, you know, she's talking Japanese, and she's like, but you are not ready for Asuka. And then she stops for a little bit, she looks at Rhea, and she goes, and she actually talked in great English, because she's getting better, because I'm teaching her a lot of English, among other things. Asuka goes, Rhea Ripley, I accept. There we go. Asuka versus Rhea Ripley on night 2 of WrestleMania. I would have put on night 1, but night 2 is okay. Get to see that on Sunday, April the 11th. So Rhea Ripley, Asuka for the Raw Women's Championship, and it's going to be a good match. It's way better than Asuka versus Horseface Charlotte, because we all know who would have won that anyway. Charlotte would have won her 14th women's title, blah, blah, blah. She would have kept it till next year, until Becky, whenever Becky comes back, or they finally give it to Shayna Baszler. You know, but not thankfully, but sad that, you know, Charlotte has so many problems with the WWE, and then she got COVID. Now, hopefully she gets better, and that's all I gotta say about that. So Charlotte, get better, and come back soon. That's all I gotta say about that. Yeah. So Asuka, Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania. I can't wait. That's all I gotta say about that. All right. Let's acknowledge the person in the chat. Got the Insanity Plex. Says F the XWF. Obviously, but well. I'm not even going to talk about that damn federation that screwed me over. But, I'm taking a break from e-fetting right now, so. But we are coming back. I am coming back to the world of e-fetting, and got a new e-fed coming out called the Evil Fed. Going to be the greatest e-fed in the world. Coming soon. Coming soon. That's all I got to say about that. But still, you know, they screwed your boy over. And now look at them failing miserably. Just sad. That's it. That's all I'm going to say. You know, I burned my bridges with those idiots. I won my titles, and I did what I did for the last 9, 10 years over there. I forget. But I did what I did, and, you know, just you know, just ashamed how it ended a couple months ago. But it is what it is. But, you know, I'm going to move on, you know, keep doing what I'm doing in the e-fed world, and that's pretty much all I got to say about that. And we will move on from there. All right. So, Sandyplex, thank you for the comment, and that's that. And it's chat room still open if you want to come in. So, that's that. All right. After that, we go backstage with everybody's favorite goon, Adam Pearce. He walks up to Drew McIntyre. So Adam tells Drew that Shelton and Cedric Alexander have challenged him to a 2-on-1 handicap match. And Adam's like, I didn't want to tell you at first, but, you know, I hate to sanction the match and stuff like that. So Drew proposes a stipulation for the match that if he beats Cedric and Shelton tonight, they're going to be banned from ringside at WrestleMania. So Adam's like, I like your way of thinking. I'm going to make it so. So that's what's going to happen coming up in a little bit. Drew McIntyre versus Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin. And if Drew wins, Cedric and Shelton are banned from ringside, which they should. Because I'd rather have it one-on-one. Drew McIntyre and Bobby Lashley one-on-one at WrestleMania and see who the better man wins. And hopefully it'll be Bobby Lashley. But we shall see what happens. And I think it's on... they were running down the card, or some of the card for night 1 and night 2, and I forgot what night it was. I think it's gonna be on night 1, but I'll get, you know, when the official cards come out for night 1 and night 2, we'll see what happens with that, and we will move on. We'll move on from there. That's that. All right, Insanity Plex says I'm bigger than they are in more ways than one. You know what I mean? I think you know what I mean. I digress. So we move on. So I gave that segment 2.25 out of 5 stars, and that's that. All right, then we come back with a WrestleMania edition of Miz TV with our good buddies, The Miz and John Morrison. Now listen, you know, his theme song, but that I can't sing, but it is what it is. So they come out. Morrison still has that funky haircut. Hey, if Taya Valkyrie loves it, let him have it. Go ahead. Whatever. I mean, it's freaking hideous. But, you know, looks like a freaking 80s dancer or something with that damn hair. But it is what it is. So they come out with Miz TV. They complain about how Damian Priest and Bad Bunny are getting more TV time than they are, more exposure than they are. So they start talking about, you know, Bad Bunny. You know, Miz is just running him down, and running him down and says like, you might have won Grammys, but in the rap world, you know, blah blah blah. But you're in my world now. And then he starts saying it doesn't matter if you're a rapper, an actor, a celebrity, a sports, you know, you're in sports or whatever. He says, this is our world and we will kick your ass. I'm like, ooh. You know, Miz kind of, you know, talking some shit to Bad Bunny, talking some shit to Bow Wow and Soulja Boy and anybody else like wants to try their hand at wrestling. Though I think he would talk to Shaq, but, you know, it is what it is. Shaq can wrestle. I'm sad. I was surprised. When I saw Shaq, you know, in the ring, he looked pretty damn good. For a guy that doesn't know how to wrestle that much. he freaking looked pretty good with a body slam and a power bomb. And he went through a table like a champ. That was great. So some celebs can, wrestle here and there. Shaq. Snooki, not so well. Who else? Lawrence Taylor, not that great. Back at WrestleMania 11 with the late great Bam Bam Bigelow at one of the worst WrestleManias of all time. Not the worst, but one of the worst. We don't know the worst WrestleMania in history is WrestleMania 9, then 11, and then there are others. I think some people saying 23, 22. 20, some people say 27. I don't think 27 was that bad. It is what it is. So basically, he runs down the, Bad Bunny saying, "You're in my world and you're going to get hurt." And Miz challenges him to a match at WrestleMania. Then Miz is like, "If you want to see what's going to happen to you, watch my match with Jeff Hardy, dude, coming up next." So that match is now official. Miz versus Bad Bunny at WrestleMania. Now, I thought of this match, and I was going to do what a lot of people are doing on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram, and that is this. Get your books ready. The good old Book of Doom. And now that I thought about it, after like an hour of thinking about it, I'm like, even though it's gonna suck, I just hope Bad Bunny gets the shit beat out of him. Just saying. But he's gonna win the match. He's gonna beat Miz. So Damian Priest is gonna help Bad Bunny. So Bad Bunny will get his WrestleMania moment. Blah blah blah. Won't be the first time a celebrity won a match. Like I said, Shaq, who else? William the Refrigerator Perry won the WrestleMania 2 Battle Royale. You don't remember that one? And if you didn't, go watch WrestleMania 2, dumbasses. Who else? Lawrence Taylor won at WrestleMania 11. Floyd Mayweather beat the Big Show. We know he cheated, but it is what it is. Snooki, I think, won her match. I think that was it. I think it's the only celebrities that won a match. I could be wrong on some of them, but it is what it is. But the whole thing is just the hype. Sorry for the glare. The whole thing is just the hype Bad Bunny. Crappy rapper that he is. And like I said, if Soulja Boy or Bow Wow want to get in the ring, I'm just, I feel sad for you. I feel really bad for you. Especially you, Soulja Boy. I hope you got a freaking Gilmore cutter. For me or Randy Orton. One-hit wonder you are. Ooh, drop that Soulja Boy! Ooh, drop that Soulja Boy! Shut the fuck up. That was a hit, what, 10 years ago? When was the last time Bow Wow had a hit? Not even when it was a little Bow Wow. No, he is still a little Bow Wow, but now he's big Bow Wow. When was the last time he had a hit? Anyone? That's why their music sucks, and rap music right now sucks. You don't hear from Eminem that much anymore. You don't hear from Jay-Z that much anymore. Or the Wu-Tang Clan or anybody else. Just mumble rappers that can't rap. No, I mean, no offense to Nicki Minaj. I love Nicki Minaj. Because she's got a big fake ass and big fake titties. But it is what it is. I'm not a big fan of Cardi B. Erica! I like that song WAP. And I get a lot of WAP. But that's just another story for another time. I'm not a big fan of rap anymore. Today's rap. Back in the old days, I loved Biggie Smalls, Notorious B.I.G., Mace, Puff Daddy, Jay-Z, Eminem, who else? Nas, Ja Rule, Luda, Chris. Dr. Drizzy and Snoop Diggity Dog was an old lady I used to know used to say Snoopy Dog Dog. Go figure that one out. That rap back in the day, Bone Thugs and Harmony, stuff like that. LL Cool J. Back in the day, rap was great. Now it sucks. That's why pop music and heavy metal and rock and roll are taking over. Especially rock and roll and heavy metal. But just saying. Just saying. That's all I can say about that. All right. And I lost my train of thought. And Miz at WrestleMania, probably your shit break match of either night 1 or night 2. And that's that. All right, then we get to, I believe this is match number 3, I believe. Match number 3, The Miz, K40 dude. And this match was meh. I had Morrison at ringside, and then I think he got kicked out. So anyway, Jeff smashes Miz's face into all 4 turnbuckles. Then he hits a jawbreaker, but Miz comes back, drops him with a big boot before just beating the crap out of Jeff, choking him in and chokes him on the ropes. Boots Jeff and hits everything and the kitchen sink for locking in a rear chin lock to slow down the pace a little bit. But Jeff comes back with the mule kick, going downtown with the hits and all that other stuff. Big leg drop in the nuts and everything. Then he hits an inverted atomic drop into a basement drop kick into that leg drop hit thing. Then he hits a splash for a near fall. Then he hits a diving splash off the second rope for 2. Goes for the twist of fate. Miz counters it, sends Jeff into the ring post. Then he hits the skull crushing finale. 1, 2, 3. The Miz picks up the victory over Jeff Hardy. So Jeff Hardy, jobbed it to The Miz. I think it's time. I think it's time for Jeff to go. I know he's got a couple year contract, something like that. But jobbing to The Miz. I don't know. I don't know what to do with Jeff Hardy, man. I think he should just leave. Leave. Go to AEW. Finish your career with Matt. And that's it. Win the AEW tag titles and then retire. Because the Hardy Boys are going to go in the WWE Hall of Fame in the next couple of years anyway. Just let Jeff and Matt go on on top, winning the AEW tag titles from the Young Bucks or having a match with the Young Bucks once again. But let them go on top. That's all I got to say about that. But we'll see what happens with that. And we will move on. All right. It's my cat. Movie tuna. Yeah, it is what it is. All right. And then after the match, Miz celebrates. He's celebrating, has his back to to the stage, and then out of nowhere, Bad Bunny comes in, hits him with the guitar, laying him out. Then he gets on the mic and basically accepts the match at WrestleMania. Oh, you're so big and, no pun intended, Bad Bunny. Oh, you hit him with a freaking guitar shot. Oh, you're big and bad. Guitar didn't even break. Wimpy guitar shot. Wimpy. But like I said, I hope he gets his ass kicked. I mean, severely get his ass handed to him. He's garbage. That's all I gotta say. But like I say, he's gonna beat Miz at WrestleMania. Whoop-de-doo. I'm not gonna give 2 solitary you-know-whats about the match. Because you know what I'll be doing during that match? Taking a long, hard poop. And hopefully by the time I'm done with the poop, the match will be over. Just hope it doesn't last 10, 15 minutes. Just make it be a 5-minute suck fest. That's all I gotta say about that. Fuck Bad Bunny. Fuck rap too. That's all I gotta say about that. All right. After that, we go backstage. We see the phenomenal AJ Styles and his big black diesel Omos. Will you knock that off? Freaking cat. So AJ and his big black diesel Omos are in the back. They're walking. And then out of nowhere, Riddle comes in, almost runs over AJ. Almost had to like throw AJ, save AJ from getting run over by a fucking scooter. And sorry about that. And that's that. So yeah. So can we just ban scooters from the WWE from wrestling, please? Can we just ban that? Can we like form a petition to ban scooters and other vehicles, except for the golf cart, from wrestling? Scooters are not needed in wrestling. And Matt Riddle looks like a douchebag anyway with that scooter. Not that he's already a douchebag, but bro. But come on. Anyway. So we get that, then we go to commercial. We come back. AJ comes out with his big black diesel Omos. In the ring, they cut a promo about challenging the New Day for the Raw Tag Team Championships at WrestleMania. Basically, AJ saying, "Oh, we're gonna beat him," and Omos is gonna rip him apart, stuff like that. Blah blah blah. Then we get to match number 4. AJ with Omos at ringside takes on Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods at ringside. So this match was alright, nothing great. Starts off with Kofi just beating AJ down. Every time AJ would attack, Kofi repeatedly took him down on the mat. Then we get some mat wrestling, some headlocks and shit. AJ drops Kofi with a shoulder block. Kofi comes back with a big drop kick. Backs AJ into the ropes. AJ comes back with some strikes. Sends Kofi outside the ring. And then Kofi drops AJ on the apron. Ow. Hits a monkey flip in the corner. As they go back in. Kofi drop kicks AJ. Hits the SOS for a near fall. And but AJ drags him out of the ring. But Kofi drops him before AJ sends Kofi into the ring steps as Omos and Xavier have a stare down. And I don't think Xavier wants to deal with Omos again. Remember when Xavier got choke slammed, over the barrier of the announce table, and then he was like, ah! Looked like he was like when you got in Mortal Kombat. I think it was number 1 in any Mortal Kombat when you fought in the pit. Not on top of the pit, not down below with the spikes and everything. You got, finish him, uppercut, dead, fatality. That was that. So that's how, I don't think Xavier Woods wants to go that route again, but it is what it is. And we move on. So we come back from commercial. AJ's in control in the ring. Kofi drops him a bunch of times, then hits the drop. Before AJ drops Kofi when he tries off Trouble in Paradise, hits him with an Insigiti. Then Kofi comes back, knocks AJ off the top, hits a diving splash onto the back of AJ for a near fall. Tries to go for the SOS again. AJ locks in the calf crusher, but Kofi got the ropes. And then AJ turns Kofi inside out, goes for the phenomenal forearm, and he jumps and slips because Xavier Woods kind of like distracting him with Francine, that damn trombone, and then almost comes around and starts backing him down. But inside the ring, Kofi hits the SOS 1, 2, 3. Kofi Kingston picks up the victory over AJ Styles. What are you gonna do? You're just ramming the New Day down our throat, and it is what it is, and that's that. But like I said, there's not that many tag teams on Raw or on SmackDown. Tag team division is garbage, and they had the same people as champs, except for SmackDown. And everybody's clamoring for the Street Profits to get the belts back because Dolph Ziggler and Bobby Roode are not a credible tag team. They're not credible champs. I'm sad. It's just really sad for Bobby Roode, who's been a multiple-time tag team champion. But this is how WWE works. They don't give two shits about the tag team division. So why have tag team belts? You have so many damn freaking titles in the WWE. Like what it was, 20 damn belts? 20 to 21 belts in the WWE? I mean, that's with NXT, Raw, and SmackDown, and NXT UK. Too many damn belts in wrestling. Come on, get rid. Just get rid of the tag belts. If you're not gonna care about tag team wrestling, or you just make a makeshift team that may work or may not work, and you don't care about the division, and you just have these belts, and you have maybe like two teams revolving around one belt, and every fucking week at the same damn match, and then they go back and forth like a ping pong ball. Then, like I said, why have a tag team division? I mean, hopefully at WrestleMania, AJ and Omos win. At least it'll be fresh champions. But the New Day's going to get it back for the 12th time. Unless the Viking Raiders come back, Eric and Ivar come back whenever that Ivar comes back and gets cleared from his neck injury. I don't know when he's come back. I think it's been over almost a year since he's been injured. And Eric's stuck in catering. We haven't seen Eric in weeks. Stuck in that 24/7 title crap with a bunch of other crappy people like freaking Drew Gulak and Akira Tozawa and the Lucha Dragons, the Lucha House Party, and the guy that has the damn belt again, our fool. All of them should just get released. Get them out here. You want to do a spring cleaning? Get rid of the 24/7 title. And everybody that's there that goes for that damn belt. Get rid of Drew Gulak. He's just garbage. I know he was former CCW World Champ back in the day, but now garbage. Just relegated to 205 Live and freaking main event. But really, they should get rid of main event and 205 Live. Just a waste of a show. Nobody watches it anyway. Same thing, the Lucha Dragons on that show. Arya Daivari on that show. Tony Nese is on 205 Live. Among other people on that damn crappy show. And main event, like Ricochet, who should be in freaking AEW. Just Ricochet, I mean... horrible. It's fucking horrible. That's all I gotta say about it. So Kofi beats AJ, blah blah blah. They celebrate, blah blah blah, and that's that. Match was all right. Gave it 2.25 out of 5 stars, and that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. All right, then we go backstage with. Well, actually, we do get an interview. I missed this one, but it is what it is. I think it was Sarah Schreiber interviews Sheamus fella and asks him about the attack by the Hurt Business early in the night, during the beginning of the night, as well as Drew taking on both Cedric and Shelton. And once again, Matt Riddle rides around him on his stupid scooter. And he's like, hey, bro, great match out there, dude. You want to smoke some weed after the show, bro? You want to ride my scooter? Sheamus like, I ain't having that, fella. They face off. They talk some smack. And then Sheamus grabs Riddle's scooter, knocks him right in the stomach. I'm like, good. Shut him up for the night. And that's pretty much it. But I think we're going to see Sheamus and Matt Riddle probably next week on Raw in a match that nobody's going to give two craps about. And God forbid Sheamus and Matt Riddle at WrestleMania for the United States title. I probably gave him an idea now, but nobody wants to see that match either. I would put that on the kickoff show. Not on the main show. I know you're going to have like 13 matches each night on night 1 and night 2. Or 10 matches each. I don't know how many matches are going to be on WrestleMania, but it's not going to be like 9, 10 matches each night. It's going to be a long night. A long weekend. It's going to be like 8 hours each. I don't know how long WrestleMania is going to be this year. Night 1 and night 2. Hopefully it's not more than 6 hours. I am not staying up for 6 hours watching WrestleMania again. Like at WrestleMania, what was it? WrestleMania 35, when it was like 9 hours. Ugh. Imagine, and I feel bad for the people there that went to WrestleMania 35, like Grimm's Toy Show and, my good buddy Mikey and, everybody else that went there. Had to stay, we're there from like 2 o'clock to like 1 o'clock in the morning. I hope you had chargers for your phone. You lost your voice. You're hungry as fuck. Going to the bathroom like every 5 minutes or something like that. At MetLife Stadium. There's no way I can go to another a WrestleMania that's going to last 6 hours. Or in any event, really. Unless it's like New Japan or something like that. I would stay for like, if New Japan did a big show, like if I ever went to Japan, and hopefully I will someday, if I have, gotta save up that money. I'm trying to save up money to go to Japan to see Wrestle Kingdom with my buddies and everything. But if I ever did go to Japan and saw Wrestle Kingdom, and it went 6 hours, I would stay the entire freaking day at the Tokyo Dome. I don't care. I get up at 8 o'clock in the morning, stand outside, the Tokyo Dome until the doors open, at night or whatever. Just get as much food as I can, moderate and, not lose my spot. Go to the bathroom when I have to go to the bathroom. That's that. I would stay for New Japan because New Japan is number one. That's that. But WrestleMania staying, a 6 hour WrestleMania or an 8 hour WrestleMania, can't do that. I don't care if it's outside. It is what it is. Ring of Honor, we'll probably never do a show that lasts more than 4 hours. They did it once, maybe a couple of times at the Hammerstein Ballroom. That some of the matches they went past. It usually ends about 11:15, but they did a couple of shows that went to 12 o'clock. And I was like, I might have to leave like right before the end of this match because I got to get home. The buses around New Jersey don't last. They run after like certain hours, so I got to get home. But it is what it is. That's all I got to say about that. So, yeah. And we move on. So Sheamus attacks Matt Riddle with his stupid scooter. And like I said, I'll probably get a match at on Raw next week and stuff. So I give that 2.25 out of 5 stars. All right, then we get to match number, I believe it's match number 5. 2-on-1 handicap match. Drew McIntyre taking on Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander of the Hurt Business. Match was all right. Nothing great. Starts with Drew and Shelton. Drew goes right after Shelton with some strikes, slams him. Then he takes Cedric and throws him into the ring, launches him into the ring. Then he has a big high-angle back body drop, sending Cedric like 65 feet in the air. Not like that high, but whee, boing. And then clothesline Shelton, whips him into the corner, clotheslines him. Cedric saves Shelton from a Claymore kick. Then Drew drops Shelton across the barricade. But then the Hurt Business take control. And, on the outside, they throw him back in the ring. They gain control as we go to commercial. We come back. Cedric and Drew are at it. And then Shelton comes in, drops Drew with a knee for a near fall, as the Hurt Business is still double teaming on Drew. Shelton beats on Drew and grabs some ground and pound mounting position stuff. Locks in a 1925 rear chin lock, some rest period for a little bit. Drew drives him into the corner before they go back and forth. Drew hits the Glasgow Kiss headbutt on Shelton, and both of them fall to the ground. But Drew gets up, turns Cedric inside out, launches him around the ring before taking out Shelton, hits Cedric with a neck breaker, then hits Shelton with the Claymore kick, sending him out of the ring. And then Drew is all alone with Cedric. He backs up and goes 3, 2, 1. Then he runs and hits Cedric with the Claymore. Cedric goes whee, flippity dippity doo by Cedric, and Drew covers Cedric. 1, 2, 3. Drew McIntyre picks up the victory and gains the stipulation that at WrestleMania. It will be one-on-one himself and Bobby Lashley for the WWE title with Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin barred from ringside. So only MVP will be there, and that's all I gotta say about that. So match was all right. Gave it a 2.25 out of 5 stars. Oh, by the way, thank you for the dislikes, motherfuckers. Because I know you're all disliking, but it is what it is. I don't give two shits. You can't even see him anyway. It is what it is. All right, so like I said, 2.25 out of 5 stars for that match. Drew McIntyre picks up the victory, and we'll see what happens with him going into next week and going to WrestleMania. All right, that's it. All right, we go backstage where we see MVP, and he is pissed at Shelton and Cedric for failing and losing to Drew. Bobby Lashley comes out of the locker room, brings him into the locker room, and he's like, he is pissed, but he offers Cedric and Shelton and MVP even a title shot if they can take out Drew before WrestleMania. So we'll see what happens with that. So, Bobby Lashley throwing down the gauntlet for the rest of the Hurt Business and see if they can take out Drew before WrestleMania or maybe earn a title shot. Not that they're going to win, but that's all I got to say about that. And we're going to move on from it. So I gave that segment 2 out of 5 stars, and that's that. All right, then we go to your shit break match of the night. Match number, I believe, is match number 6, I think. I lost count. Women's tag team action. We got Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke taking on the champs, Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler, and with Reggie at ringside. So, yeah, Reggie's still getting that damn TV time. It is what it is. We had Lana and Naomi at ringside. So we had some of the, people that might be going at, well, besides the champs in the ring. Got Mandy and Dana Brooke, and we had Lana and Naomi, 2 teams that could possibly go at it for the women's tag team titles. And you also got to throw in the Riot Squad, Liv Morgan and Ruby Riot. And then you throw in who else you doing? You're doing Natalya and Tamina. So you got a pretty, if you want to do a fatal 4-way match or a fatal, a 5-way dance for the women's tag team titles at WrestleMania, which will probably happen anyway. We'll see what happens with that. So anyway, we get to the match. Lana and Naomi at ringside in matching gear. Ugh, didn't look all right, but anyway. So anyway, match was boring. I took a shit. Didn't give 2 craps about the match. I'm just going to get to the point. Nia and Shayna win after Nia hits Dana with a Samoan drop. 1, 2, 3. They pick up the victory. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. So match, I gave 1.5 out of 5 stars. And yeah. Moving on. And that's that. All right, then we get to your second shit break match of the night. You want to take an extra shit or just wanted to get a snack. We get to match number 7, Elias, with Gunner, Jackson Riker at ringside, along with Shane McMahon. Well, can't dance now because he's on crutches from what happened last night. Because he came out and he was supposed to have a match with Braun, but that got nixed. He came out and said, I got hurt training. Blah, blah, blah. He's in a knee brace on crutches and shit. Blah, blah, blah. So he takes on Braun Strowman. And basically, Braun beat the living crap out of him. And he runs over Elias. He runs around the ring, runs over Elias, sends him over the announce table. Did not hit Byron Saxton. Damn. And takes out Jackson Riker. Tosses Elias back inside the ring. Then he hits the running power slam. 1, 2, 3. Braun Strowman picks up the victory like he did last night against Elias. That's Fastlane. Beat him again in a worthless match that really nobody cared for. So I gave it 1.5 out of 5 stars, and that was it. Fucking horrible match. Nobody cared. All right, after that was just basically a filler match. Wait a minute. That's your main event? The last match that you had, that was it? A fucking filler match? Grab your books of doom, people. Do it now. I'll wait. Come on, I know there's one person in the chat. I know he's gonna do it with me anyway. But if you're still watching, ladies and gentlemen, pick up your book of doom. Pick up your book or whatever you have. Pick up a glass. I don't give two craps. That rhymed. Do it with me now. 1, 2, 3. Who's booking this shit? Bruce? That's your main event. Elias against Braun Strowman is the last match you see on Raw. Why couldn't you put Drew McIntyre against Cedric and Shelton as the main event? That would have been actually an easier way to end the show. But I know they wanted to end the show with Randy Orton and his Rottnest voice and the Fiend. Could have done that at the beginning of the show, or in the middle of the show. I don't mind the end of the show, but it is what it is. But whatever. But having a crappy jobber match, crappy squash match, just to fill time. Horrible. So I gave that match 1.5 out of 5 stars. And that's it. After the match, Shane McMahon hits Braun Strowman in the back with a crutch. But Braun's like, puny crutch. And then Shane runs away, scared like a scared little puppy. Braun gets on the mic, challenges Shane to a match at WrestleMania. Shane accepts, and he's like, I'll fight you in any match you can think of. Wonder what match he can think of. Probably be a no-holds-barred match. Maybe a steel cage because, Shane keeps running around the ring. Who knows? Maybe Braun has this wild idea. Maybe we'll get Hell in a Cell. I don't think Hell in a Cell. Maybe I would think steel cage, but or is it going to be a steel cage match or it's going to be like a no-holds-barred extreme match or some shit like that? I guess we'll find out in the next 2 weeks, and that's all I can say about that. So I give the Aftermath the same, 1.5 out of 5 stars. All right, then we go to the end of the night, which I think this was the craziest, weirdest, but still, I think this was the segment of the night. We have Randy Orton as Rottnest voice come to the ring, and we talk about all night. We're showing what happened at Fastlane, where the Fiend resurrected, came out from the depths of hell with his new looked like burnt Chucky. But so he was saying he was going to summon the Fiend. So he comes out and he has this big bag. We don't know what's in the bag yet, but I think with Randy, if you followed him since TLC, I think you might know what it is. So he basically comes out and says that, it feels like yesterday I was in this ring and I set the Fiend on fire. But he's like, I guess I didn't finish the job. And then he talks about, the Fiend coming back at Fastlane, and he's like, I don't know what I just saw, but I'm out here to finish the job. So then we hear the evil music of Miss Bliss, Alexa Bliss. She comes out on the stage, with her evil look, prancing and dancing and stuff like that. Then she brings out her Jack in the Box, and she actually, she rang up the Jack in the Box like do, and then like a puppet of the Fiend, comes out. Then the lights go down. The lights go out. They come back on. The Fiend is in the ring. Burnt Chucky's in the ring. Randy turns around, gets a little bit scared. Then he goes into the corner where the bag is, and opens the bag, and it's a giant bucket of gasoline. And the Fiend's just standing there. Bray Wyatt just standing there, So Randy's a little bit cautious and everything. Then he takes the gasoline, just goes, whoosh, 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 throws it all over the Fiend, and the Fiend's just standing there like, throw as much fucking gasoline as you want, Randy. And freaking Byron's like, no, Randy, don't, no, not again, not again. I'm like, shut up, Byron. And so he pours the gasoline, he throws it on Bray Wyatt. Then he's about to light the match. and then Bray Wyatt just Bray Wyatt, tries to get him, and Randy hits the Gilmore Cutter, bang! Hits the RKO, well, the Gilmore Cutter, not the RKO, whatever you want to call it. And then he's about to leave, but Alexa blocks the exit, but blocks him from getting out of the ring. And the Fiend's just like this, and then he's slowly getting up. Randy's looking at it, he's looking at Alexa. Then he turns around, and the Fiend and Bray Wyatt gets right back up, chokes Randy with the mandible claw, chokes him about to. He starts choking him unconscious with the mandible claw. Then he transitions right into Sister Abigail, lays out Randy, and then he's like, this burnt face and creeped me the fuck out. And I thought Dexter Lumis creeped me out. Mm-hmm. This new look Bray Wyatt creeps me the hell out. But oh my god, I'm gonna have nightmares about that guy tonight. It is what it is. So he lays him out, and then Alexa, she's like dancing and prancing around, and they both do follow the buzzard, the pose, and then Alexa points at the WrestleMania sign, and it starts lighting on fire. We got fire just emitting from the where the crowd is, and right around the WrestleMania sign. All that fire and stuff coming out. So that match is now official for WrestleMania. We just don't know what night it's going to be on. And then we zoom in on the Fiend. And then we get replays of what he did. And that ends the night on Monday Night Raw. So, good segment. Like I said, good best segment of the night. And now it's official. Bray Wyatt versus Randy Orton 2. Well, not really. Really 3, but if you think about it, since they had a match at WrestleMania, and then I think they had another match after that. I think they had a match inside Bray Wyatt's compound. So that's 2. I think this is the 4th match that Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton have had in their history. Now, I don't know if it's going to be a stipulation match. I guess we'll find out in the next, either next week on Raw or on the Go Home show on April the 5th. I think it might be a Firefly Funhouse match. I doubt they do another Inferno match. I don't know why you would do another Inferno match, but it is what it is. But there's gonna be some type of stipulation in that match, and we're gonna see the match at WrestleMania. I think it's gonna be a cinematic match. If they do a Firefly Funhouse match, it's gonna be cinematic. And who knows what's gonna happen with that. But if you have Randy win, it kind of makes no sense to have the Fiend come back with this new look, his all burnt up, charred up, look, and then just have Randy win. I'll have Bray Wyatt win, but just keep Randy strong, or just end Randy. Maybe Randy goes on a hiatus for a couple months, then comes back maybe at Money in the Bank or at SummerSlam. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. So that ends Monday Night Raw. Monday Night Raw wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. It had its moments where it just was boring, as it usually is. But I'll be generous this week. I give it 6 out of. I put 6.5 on my notes, but I'm gonna change that post production. And I'm gonna give Monday Night Raw a solid 6 out of 10. And that's it. I might be overrating it, but it's my show. I can do whatever the hell I want. If you don't like it, well, don't watch the show. That's all I got to say about that. All right, everybody. So, like I said, 6 out of 10 stars for Monday Night Raw. Let me know what you motherfuckers thought of the show in a comment or a video reply down below. If you have any questions, put it down below in the comment section of the video, or what you guys thought of Raw as well. Don't forget to smash that like button to death. And all you others, you know what to do. Keep giving me views with those dislikes. And that's all I can say about that. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Hopefully we can get to 1,200 subscribers. And hopefully by the end of the summer or by the end of the year. And excuse me, don't forget to subscribe to all my other channels as well. All the links are down below in the description box. Check out my WWE vid on Andrade and Charlotte down below on the Peter Gilmer YouTube wrestling channel. Smash that like button to death on that video. Try to get those views up on that video as well. Share the video with your friends as well. Share this video as well with your friends all over the internet. And don't forget to follow me on social media. And don't forget to hit that bell, turn on all my notifications so you never, ever, ever miss an upload. Because if you do, well, you're missing out on a lot of good content. And that's all I got to say about that. All right, everybody, thank you for watching. I'm going to go edit this baby up, maybe watch a movie on Netflix, and then hit the bed and enjoy my Tuesday. And that's all I got to say about that. And we will move on from there. So thanks for watching, everybody. I'm Peter Gomer. I'll see you motherfuckers next time. Peace.